Welcome back to the Gridiron Goons. I'm Brandon. I'm with the Preacher Man.
What's up?
I'm with Sean O'Mac.
What up?
I'm sorry you had to hear the outro to last episode. I won't lie.
It was good.
I kind of fucked that up. I own it. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about division rivals, division champions of this year, just our future, what team's going where, who's in the playoffs, who's not, right off rip. I'll get started on whatever division you guys want to start on.
I think we should talk about. Let's go AF. Do we want to either go like AFC, NFC, like break down the East of each, or just straight up one side or the other side?
Let's just go AFC.
Okay.
Okay.
Or let's go NFC actually.
All
right. Do we have anybody to read off the division breakdown?
I think Sean O'Mac has them right off the dome.
All right. Let's go, Sean O'Mac.
So in the East, we're going to go AFC East first. You have the Dolphins, the Jets, the Patriots, and the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Once again, they call me Buffalo
Oh, no.
Bill.
I didn't think that'd come out of your mouth, and I love that. Anyway, Eminem, if you're watching this podcast, huge fan. Anyway, talking about that, if you think the Buffalo Bills are making the playoffs, you're insane.
I
say
like
the
them
hot
to win
take.
the division.
Nope, no way. Miami will, in fact. Damn.
How so?
I'll tell you why. Half of their defense got cut at the end of last season because of cap space. They don't have a secondary anymore because Jordan Poyer is gone. Tre'Davious White is gone. Von Miller, he didn't really help them that much on the Bills, but gone. There is like 6 of their starters were gone from last season.
And their linebackers out for the year again.
Yep, Matt Milano. He just broke something. I think it was his arm. Anyway, defense is in shambles. The offense, there's nothing the same about it besides Josh Allen and James Cook, because even half of the O-line is missing from last year. They're a totally different team. The coach is still there. I don't believe in the Bills at all. If they go positive, I will be shocked.
No wild card shot whatsoever.
Very minimum 7th seed.
Okay.
That's it.
Before I'm ready to crown the Dolphins, I got to see them win a big game. If we remember back last year, they could not be a winning opponent.
I get you. Their defense has improved over the offseason. Offense has stayed the same. If Achane blows up like everyone says he's going to, he's going to run with it.
Okay. I can see it. Pardon the viewers for Harper squeaking the favorite ball toy in the background.
They love her.
But we all love Harper. Harper's the mascot of the pod.
Absolutely.
But no, I could get behind the Dolphins winning. I do think if there's the contending team, and if somebody doesn't tear their Achilles, I think that the Jets have a shot at contending. I can't say they're going to win, but I think out of the 4 teams, I think they could have the best contending.
I agree with half of your statement.
Okay.
I believe the Bills will finish 3rd, and it will go Giants 2, and it will go Dolphins 1. I'm sorry, Jets.
Jets?
That's my bad.
Okay.
The Jets
Okay.
2.
So we got Dolphins 1, Jets 2, Bills 3, Pats 4.
That's where I'm at. Patriots ain't doing nothing.
All right. Where we're going from here?
We're going to go to the West.
Oh, taking a plane. Wow. Okay.
So you got the Raiders, the Broncos, the Chiefs.
And the Chargers.
Speaking about the Chargers, I guess. You need to charge your
Is
house.
that Terry?
Might have been.
Might have been Terry.
Terry.
Terry?
If you're here, knock 3 times. Oh.
Ah!
Anyway.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
the Storms.
Oh, maybe. Let's keep it moving before maybe power gets cut off.
I think it's no brainer. Chiefs are taking this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even need to spend
So
time here.
we don't have to spend much time. Chiefs. No one's really competing with them in that division. Let's go down to the South. The
Hold on. Can I time out for 1 second?
Yes.
I do think the Chargers are going to make a nice step up this year. They're not going to be contending with the Chiefs for one or anything, but I think the Chargers might just finish off at 2. I think they're going to make a considerable jump
Okay.
from last year with them moving off of Eckler, and I got a lot of faith in them. I
Yeah.
think they're going to look good. I think everyone's sleeping on Herbert, and as you-
Everyone is, from
Yeah.
what you can tell from the drafts.
yeah, so that's my bold prediction there.
I'm interested in the Raiders. Not that I think they'll be a really contending team, but I think they have the ability to mess up other teams' plays.
I can see that.
I want to point the game out last year against the Chiefs because they were the thorn in the Chiefs' side that whole entire game, and I feel like they're gonna have that.
Wasn't that Christmas?
I
Yeah, well,
I
who
believe
was
it
the
was
Christmas
Christmas Day game.
The Raiders ruined Christmas.
But I think the Raiders might have the ability to be that thorn in a side to a team, take them down late in the game, and make them really earn it when they thought they could have just coasted.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chiefs all the way on this one. Where are we going from here, bud?
Let's jump back on the plane and go south.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go Jags, Colts, Texans, and the Titans. What do you got, Preach?
I want to save my pick for last.
Oh,
I have the Jags winning it this year. The South.
I
the
got-
AFC South.
I got the Colts winning it.
I don't know what to choose. This is I think the scariest division from a perspective of they're dead even in my books,
Except for the Titans.
except for the Titans. But the Colts and the Texans went down to the wire last year, and if we're going to be honest, I think the Jags were right behind them too, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Jags, if they had a couple games go the other way, would have been right
Right in the mix.
in
for
the
sure.
mix. And
So are you going Jags or are you going Texans here?
look, I'm a little concerned with the Texans. I love C.J. Stroud. I'm a huge Ohio State fan.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what that wide receiver room is going to look like. Stephon Diggs, I don't think he's going to get a lot of targets per se from, I think they're going to have to share it well. But Stephon Diggs is Stephon Diggs, and he's always a diva, always
doesn't
been a
share
diva.
well.
He doesn't share. He's like a 2-year-old toddler.
He was
doesn't
not taught as
right.
a kid.
No.
He wasn't taught. You know, you know the TikTok guy for the Colts. He's like, this is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue.
That dude's a stud.
Give me the Colts this year.
Hey!
Because of that guy?
No.
Yes.
No, Anthony. Well, yes. Anthony Richardson, Michael Pittman, Jonathan Taylor. Stacked studs. Anthony Richardson only had a mere handful, and we didn't see anything else from him. Michael Pittman's ready, beast mode to go ball out. This is I'm jumping on that bandwagon. Give me the Colts, man.
Take
Let's
it easy.
go. Let's go.
Just a stat correction from last year, the Jaguars finished second in that division. They had the same record as the Colts.
Oh. So, where do we like to put the Texans? Because me and Preach are about the Colts, you're about the Jags,
Yep, I'm going. If it was me, I'm going Jags, Texans, Colts.
and I am going Colts, Texans, Jags.
Stat man.
Fair
How many games back was the Jaguars to the, or how many games back was the Texans to the Jaguars?
1.
Oh,
1.
10-7, 9-8, 9-8.
Oh, wow.
They lost a lot of close games.
oh.
What are we thinking now? We're still in the same boat?
Give me the Colts 1,
I'm still taking...
because I'm not moving off the Colts. Give me the Texans 2.
So you're with me
Oh,
then.
wow.
Give me the Jags 3rd by 1 game again.
Okay, I like it. I'm for it.
Yeah. You're the odd man out, but you know what? That's all right. Lone wolf.
And that's okay.
Live alone, die alone. Yeah.
So, since we're in the South, let's jump back on the plane and go north.
Back
The
to our
toughest
country.
division in football?
You got the Browns, the Steelers,
Ew.
the, the Ravens, and the Bengals.
Ugh.
I'll start it, I guess. Very tough division. It's so hard to talk about teams that are bad there, except they do have 2, but somehow they still just keep catching dubs. That's the Browns and the Steelers. Steelers that doesn't have an offense, but their defense is stacked. I've said it before. Say it again. The Browns is kind of the same way. The Browns have less of a defense than the Steelers, but they have slightly more offense. It gets tricky, but they're the same quality team at the end of the day. Now, the Ravens, Bengals. I am going to have to give the nod this year to the Ravens on the simple fact of the only thing they needed last year was a top guy at running back, and they got him. The only thing they're missing from that team, like notable for me at least, is Patrick Queen, and he did go to a division rival, the Steelers. So, if you ask me, they get the 1, Bengals get the 2, and I'm gonna give the nod to the Steelers at 3.
I have the same thing. I just have the Browns finishing over the Steelers. Steelers are last.
So notoriously, this league, as the most competitive division in the league,
It's tough.
I believe I was talking with my other buddies last year. I almost thought at one point in time all 4 of the AFC North could have been fighting for playoffs.
Yep.
And all
They're there.
4 almost would have been in.
Yep.
And it seems like every single year, it doesn't matter how good the Ravens are. It's always a question of what's happening at 2, 3, 4. You know, and we see it's almost like they leapfrog each other. And there's concerns, I think, on almost every team. The Ravens. Mark Andrews is coming back. He came back last year for a game or 2 or whatever. Poised to make his regame and be a baller. The Bengals, Joe Burrow injury we've never seen before. I know we've talked about it. I think he'll bode okay. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. What's happening in the running back room? Zach Moss. We have the Steelers' new OC. Justin Fields as the starting quarterback.
Possible.
Russell Wilson. I think maybe the nod's going to Russell Wilson. Maybe Justin Fields. But who knows? And the question really comes down to is who's playing quarterback in Cleveland? Is Deshaun Watson going to see a really good defense and say, "Oh, I'm hurt again," and we're going, Jameis Winston? You can't go DTR.
No.
I mean, we proved that last year. But the Browns are always an interesting team. They're on the up and up. They seem to have more weapons recently that gives them a shot in these games. If I have to give the nod, I'm going Ravens 1, Steelers 2.
So I'm gonna give you.
Bengals 3, Browns 4.
I'm gonna give you an interesting stat. Stat guy, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think I'm gonna blow your guys' mind with this. Do you know the Steelers last year? I believe it was 5-1 against division rivals. They beat the Bengals twice, the Browns twice, and they 50-50 the Ravens.
They're also the only division that didn't have a losing team when it comes to record last year.
Stat guy.
Who's that guy?
You want to talk about a team you don't think of that's that good because we're always shitting on them. But the toughest division in football, they can go 5-1.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
That's crazy.
And I don't want to drink the same Kool-Aid that Terry drinks with the Steelers, but man, that team, Mike Tomlin never has had a losing record, and maybe there is something in the water there in the river,
It's in the sauce.
and
It's in the sauce.
you know, maybe it's that Heinz ketchup that they no longer have the field name at, the stadium. But man, I still got to go Ravens. But I might be a little pulling for the Steelers to make a bounce back this year.
I hear you.
So we've
Where
landed
we going
playing
now?
in the AFC, right?
Yeah, we're heading over to the NFC.
Okay.
So let's start with the East. We're going to go Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and the Giants.
We say Redskins around here. Sorry, we're not politically correct. Grow up. Anyway.
No.
It's the Washington football team.
Yes.
Anyway.
Anyhow,
So it's a toss up for me, Eagles and boys. I have zero faith in the other two. None. I think I'm gonna give my nod to the boys. I think their offenses are Their offenses
are they offensive?
apparently. They're about the same caliber, even though the Eagles are a little more high powered. They still move the ball the same. The defenses is where Cowboys come into play. I think their defense is top 5, and Eagles is just barely outside the top 10 in defense. So
Remember how the Eagles finished last year?
that's very true. And none of the coaches, all of the coaches besides the head coach got fired. I'm shocked he still has a job.
And Big Don.
Good.
No, Big Don's still there.
Oh, they should have let his dumb ass go.
I think for me, I'm going to give the nod to the Cowboys. I'm going to go Eagles. I think sleeper pick might be the Commanders. Not to contend.
They're my 3 as
but
well.
Jaden Daniels, I'm excited on Jaden Daniels, what he's going to do. So I think that's the big thing with them. But yeah, I'm going to give the nod to the boys. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I have the Eagles winning that division, the boys second, and the Commanders third.
So, what's crazy, you've been the odd guy out each time, I believe.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's interesting.
That's something that we're going to have to look back on at the end of this and see
For
just
sure.
who was more right. I enjoy that. We've got a little sibling
So-
rivalry here.
So we're all the way on the East Coast, right? We're going to jump a plane and take it all the way to the West.
How much was the ticket?
1,200, roughly.
Damn!
Are we sitting first class?
Is it one way?
Well, yes.
Copy that.
And we're going Niners, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals. And that's the order I have them finishing as well.
I got the Cardinals over the Seahawks. But yeah, Niners are going to take that. I'll give you your nod. I got Niners, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks. I have very little faith in the Seahawks. Very little.
What say you, Preach?
We'll say you, Preach.
I'm going to go with the Niners. Cardinals.
Ooh.
Oh!
Seahawks.
You're putting Rams in the back seat? That's Kyron Williams is on that team.
I'm high on actually, it went, I'm beeping high on Kyron.
Why would you do that? You
I-
can't cuss on the podcast.
I just got here.
Fucking bastard.
What do you mean you can't cuss on the podcast? Gosh.
My bad.
Anyhow, no, my actual list is 49ers, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. I had to throw you a curveball. I had to make you believe I had faith in
So you
the
got
Seahawks.
Cardinals at
West.
the bottom when you're so high on their offense. You think their defense is so pitiful.
It is. It's terrible.
Except
They have
for
Budda
Baker,
Baker.
that's it. I mean, I'm with you. But if their offense is as high powered as you like to say it is, I think you're discrediting them a little bit.
Could be.
That's fine.
I think, for me, you having them that low is quite utterly and honestly a disgrace.
Damn.
And I, my friend,
Woo!
are
Challenge
gonna
flag.
challenge that. Because you, my friend, are so high on Maserati Marv that it is like very disgraceful for them to be the fourth place, because we've got Kyler Murray, who was a stud from a fantasy perspective last year, back half of the year when he came back with Maserati Marv. I think you are degrading their value position, and having them in the fourth slot is terrible. At least move them up to the third. Come on, man.
You know what? Okay, I'll give you that. I'll Seahawks are last.
Wow. See, the challenge flag works, folks. Look at that.
Unlike the NFL.
The NFL works.
Well, challenge flags sometimes don't. Especially if you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, here we go. You're
So-
Sean too now?
So let's go. Let's keep on this track. Let's go to the south. We got the Bucks,
You're
the
damn
Falcons,
right.
the Saints, and the Panthers.
I don't need to say anything, do I?
I had the Falcons winning it.
And you also like men, so.
He's got the Falcons winning it while Michael Penix Jr. is sitting on the bench.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Keep
Go ahead, keep rolling. Okay.
I'm gonna go agree with the homer over here. I'm gonna go Buccaneers, and I think this is a clear-cut number one for me.
Clear cut.
So
So underrated, it's not even funny.
I'm gonna go Bucks. I'm gonna go Saints 2.
Okay.
3, I'm going Falcons. 4, I'm going Panthers. Of course, Panthers in last place.
So, I'm a little different than you. I got Falcons 2, Saints 3.
I think it's a close for me between the two of them. I just have concerns a little bit with how is that offense going to work with these guys now expected to perform. Bijan has expected to perform, but is undelivered, obviously because of Arthur Smith, as we believe. But what's to say he's just not what he's cracked up to be? Drake London, a lot of people are high on Drake London because Kirk O'Change is there, and they think that maybe Kirk O'Change could do what he did with Justin Jefferson to Drake London. But what if that doesn't work out?
You asked
Same
me.
with Kyle Pitts. People are high on Pitts.
I'm very high on.
Right, I think everybody's high on Pitts. And so there's a lot of pressure in that team
There is.
to perform, and I don't know how it's going to work. And so that's why I have them 3. It's close between the Saints and the Falcons.
I see where I'm a little different than you. Is I think that Kirk Cousins is the only thing they were missing. That team is very solid, and the only thing they were missing was a quarterback and a head coach change. But their defense is still solid. I mean, they got Jesse Bates covering the sky. Their line's great. They got a couple
just
decent
signed center.
linebackers. It's It's nasty.
They just got Judon.
Yeah. So I like Falcons at 2, Saints 3, and it's only because I hate the running back situation in New Orleans. The defense is still solid, but Derek Carr, he puts up numbers, but for some reason he just can't bring home the W. He just can't. And I don't know if I'm with anyone else, but the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL.
I think they'll improve over last year,
Doesn't
I'm
say
with
much.
but still,
Not drastically, but a small improvement.
Correct.
small improvement.
So
Derek Carr brought home as many W's as Baker Mayfield did last year.
One of them went farther in the playoffs than the other two.
Harry, do you have beef with Baker Mayfield?
I think it's just beef with the Bucks. I keep talking so much shit about the Steelers.
So moving right along, let's stay on this train. And let's go to the north. Which might be one of the most exciting divisions this year.
I'll give you that. It's very exciting.
Lions, Packers, Vikings, and the Bears.
Man, I actually had very high hopes that this month might have been the toughest division in the NFL this year.
Then what happened?
JJ McCarthy, ACL injury,
God, that sucks.
Sam Darnold's the starting quarterback. But this division is a insane in the membrane type of division. Lions, Packers, I think they're going to duke it out. As the Packers fan, I would say Packers are going to win. But I'm going to be realistic here. It can go either way. It's going to be a 50-50 split in my personal opinion. Whoa! Terry's mad.
Terry did not like that preach.
Terry, you better apologize. I don't apologize. Terry's not as a fan of the Lions. He really likes the
is.
Lions almost as much as he likes the Steelers.
That's what it was.
It was. I just put the Lions second. But man, I think that this combo is going to go down to the wire. It really is. I think the intriguing matchup for me too is the Bears-Vikings. What happens in Minnesota with Sam Darnold? We know Sam Darnold has been there, but he's not been there. And he's not been a top-tier quarterback. He has Justin Jefferson. He's going to get TJ Hawkinson back. Old man Aaron Jones is there, but how good is Aaron Jones going to be?
Right.
You have Madison there. You have all these guys there to hopefully help you out. And then we get to Chicago. We have no idea what Chicago's going to look like.
No idea.
Chicago could literally contend to be the third place team right behind 1 and 2, or they could be 6 miles off the beaten path.
Right.
It is such uncharted waters there.
Correct.
You know, you have Caleb Williams starting out. You have DJ Moore. You have Rome Odunze. You have Keenan Allen. Cole Kmet there.
DeAndre Swift.
Like,
It
looks
it's
really good on
scary.
paper, but
Yeah.
can it all come
Right,
together?
right. It's a really scary on looking paper, like you said. It's almost the best case scenario for Caleb Williams to come in and ball out.
That's true.
But will he? That perceives to be the question at hand. I'm excited for this North because if everything clicks, this could be the craziest division to watch because just like the AFC North, which fitting, it's both North, could really be a who's who and jumping every single week. And you're going to get to the last 2 weeks of the regular season, and it's either going to be Green Bay is going to win the division or the Lions is going to win the division, and one of those two is going to be the wild card.
Definitely.
And that's going to be crazy on who's the wild card because that team, whoever's the wild card team, is going to have so much harder road to get to the Super Bowl than the champ.
Kind of like what we seen with Dallas and Philly last year.
Yes.
Philly was the wild card.
I believe the Lions are going to take the North because I believe the Lions are going to win probably 12 games this season. I think they will have the higher end of records at the end. They're going to be up there with Niners, boys, Eagles. They're going to be right there. And I think that they might even end with the best record in football. We all know I'm not a Lions homer, but
You sounding like it right now, man.
look, man,
Sound like Terry.
I hear you. But game recognizes game. It's that simple. That team is nasty stack.
It is nasty.
So that's where I
So
stand.
you had the Packers too.
Packers 2, Bears are definitely 3. I mean, I said a couple videos ago, if I had a Vikings franchise in Madden and this happened to me, I'd hit the sim the next season.
I had
But
the Packers winning it, then the Lions.
And Bears 3.
Bears 3,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. With this being our last division, I think we should look at the playoff picture. It's really early. Week 1 is literally
Right.
starting Thursday.
yeah,
Like,
Wait.
this is crazy. Thursday, Friday games, college football on Saturday, NFL Sunday. Boys, we are back.
we're here.
And we're going to stay here.
Actually, our episodes are going to change a little bit.
Well, yeah, actually they are. Do you want to fill the people in before we give our predictions on what's going down?
I'll give you a small clue into what's going on. We're going to add in some new things. We're going to do like pick'ems. I think that the Chiefs will beat the Ravens and blah, blah, blah. We're going to have the whiteboard out. We're going to be writing down everyone's predictions. We're going to see who's right at the end of the week, who is the most wrong. And we know what happens when we're wrong. We love to roast each other. We got a whole lot of other stuff planned too, but there is definitely going to be some really big changes going on. Also, this will be our last Monday episode. You're going to see. We are going to be moving to Thursdays and Saturdays. So on Thursdays, we'll be reviewing games happening. Thursday, start, sit, all that kind of stuff. If there is a Friday game like there is week 1, we'll be talking about that one as well. Saturday video, we will be talking about Sunday and Monday. And when we're done with that, we will recap everything that happened the following Thursday. So our videos are going to change, but we're still going to be us. We're going to be talking our shit.
We'll be
You know
here.
how we do.
Definitely.
Anyway,
Anyhow,
keep us rolling.
back to the predictions of this episode. So who do we think is going to be the number 1 seed in each side in the NFC and AFC? Who's going to be your 1?
Could we give a 1A and a 1B?
Yeah. Well, with this being far out, I'll allow 1 and 1A.
Okay. 1A is going to be the Niners. 1B will be the Lions in the NFC.
Okay.
AFC, Chiefs are definitely going to be my 1A. And I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty high on the Dolphins. I think they're going to be the 1B. I might be overlooking someone, but I definitely have got a feeling.
I'm going to go with the NFC. I'm going to go 1A, the 49ers. And 1B, obviously, the Packers. Fill in your, like I said, I think if we're going to go 1C, I'm going the Lions. But, 1B is definitely the Packers. AFC, I'm going to say that my 1 is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. And my 2 my 1A is going to be the Ravens.
It's not bad.
I have 1 and 1. Niners
Oh.
NFC, Ravens AFC.
Okay.
Not even.
Not 1 yet, no.
I love that.
Wow. Okay.
Bold.
Who's a dark horse team that you feel is going to be playoff, either the wild card or right on the fringe of the wild card? Dark horse team.
Jets. Yeah, I know you had them a little higher, but
Mhm.
Jets for me for sure.
I'm saying Bears.
The Bears.
You believe? Are you on the Caleb train now? You've got to see him play in 2 games.
I am.
You bought your ticket.
I did.
You're sitting down.
He is.
They punched the ticket.
I'm already strapped in. I'm ready to go.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Last time we reconvened on like Caleb Williams, you were about ready to buy a ticket. You are.
Shit! I'm the only one left not on the train.
But you did say you have to wait till week 1.
I just kind of thought I'd at least have someone in there half with me.
Look, I'm sorry, man, but sometimes it just happens that way, man. And
Look, we all got to the airport at the same time, right? You knew you were flying.
No, I
He
actually-
thought he was flying, and I'm sitting over here like, I missed my flight. I don't know where the hell I'm
actually,
going.
I showed up to the plane 2 hours early, like a 40-year-old boomer. Oh wait, never mind. A 60-year-old boomer does. So I showed up 2 hours.
Anyway, just go.
So I showed up early. He showed up like on time, and you're
I'm in the
thinking,
car still listening to Eminem's
You're
last
still
album.
trying to get through TSA.
I'm not taking my shoes off.
I don't get it anyhow. I'm gonna go wild card dark horse is the Cardinals.
Whoa!
I had them too
I guess you're right.
because, and this is why I feel the way I feel because Packers Lions they're gonna be one of them is gonna be in the wild card. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles Giants or sorry Eagles boys. My bad. I had a label on my list. Eagles Giants. Eagles boys are gonna be battling it out. I feel like somebody is out of those is going to fall out. Whether it's the Eagles, it's going to be one of those two that's in the second tier of these guys. I think the Lions are in. When we talk about Eagles, when we talk about the Bears, the Cardinals, even the Saints, I think Falcons, I think the Cardinals are just going to sneak their way right in that last spot.
I don't think I can agree with that.
I know you can't agree with that, but that's okay.
That's okay.
We're not even week one. Week
I
one
love
games
it.
haven't even started.
Reckless speculation is one of my favorite things.
All right, last one. I think this is the big one.
Okay.
Probably ending the pot on this one.
Uh-oh. Stinky. Hooper.
Who's winning the Super Bowl? Actually, who's your Super Bowl matchup and who wins?
It's going to be, I'll tell you exactly who it's going to be in the Super Bowl. You ready? Chiefs, Lions. And I believe that the Lions will come out on top.
No
I think they're going to
way.
get their first Super Bowl next year.
No way.
Let me just, I know we're talking this year, not last year, okay? The Lions should have beat your Niners. I'm sorry. They should have beat them. They didn't.
Actually,
They fell apart in the second half like they always do.
No.
actually,
I know, no, the Packers are not going to beat them.
Let me keep going. Hold on. Hold on. And if the Lions would have been in the Super Bowl and not the Niners, and they would have got the exact same Chiefs, they would have wiped the floor with the Chiefs we saw in the Super Bowl. That Super Bowl was mediocre at best.
Rigged.
The Lions would have annihilated the Chiefs. We're talking a 3-touchdown difference. Now go ahead.
okay, so first off, last year it should have never been the 49ers facing the Lions because the Green Bay Packers should have won and they blew it. But they should have won that game, and it would have been the Lions-Packers in the NFC Championship. So that was last year. Now this year, I'm going to say it's going to be the Chiefs versus... I don't want to do it.
Say it. Say it.
I don't want to say mine because it's bad.
Don't be like that.
I can't disagree.
I get it.
And I think this is my, as much as I want to say the Packers so bad,
Don't. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
but I have a feeling that the Lions may end up with a better road to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm basing this off the fact that Green Bay would be number one, the number one seed. Or not, maybe not the number one seed, but like if the 49ers were the one seed and Green Bay was like 2 or 3 seed, I think the Lions would have an easier road getting there. But anyhow, whatever. It's going to be Lions, Chiefs, and I unfortunately think the Chiefs are going to.
Do you think you're going to repeat?
They're going to repeat.
Go ahead.
Representing the AFC, I have the Ravens in the Super Bowl, and I think everyone else can put 2 and 2 together. Who I think is going to represent the NFC?
You just got to say it out loud.
You got to say it out loud.
I'm not going to finish your sentence. So the Seahawks.
Yes.
Panthers.
Yes.
Okay. That'd be wild.
Crazy.
Nothing personal. It's just mine.
It's definitely personal. He hates you guys. I'm sorry.
You know, the script usually. I wonder what the colors for the.
Oh my god.
not
You're on the
this
script
great.
again. I'm sick of you, bro.
But out of curiosity, what are the colors?
What are they?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you had it up.
Terry?
Do you think he's still here?
Do you think he knows what the colors
He was
are?
pissed earlier.
He was.
He might have left.
I know. Did you hear that thunder, man?
I don't think it was thunder.
That was lightning before the thunder.
Ciao. Anyway, I don't think it's out yet, but
Is it? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyhow.
I think this is us, the Gridiron Goons at the Gridiron Goons Studios.
I'm Preacher.
Sean Mack.
And I'm Brandon. Remember, be aggressive. This is your week.